Hey everybody, I wanted to bring you along today as I planted some seeds and just kind of show you how I do what's called succession planting, like a freestyle gardener that I am. Welcome back, my name's Kayla with 5 Canadian Acres. I'm here just to try to encourage everybody to grow some of your own food and try to help you out as much as I can along the way. So basically what succession planting is planting things in succession. So planting seeds and then a couple weeks later planting some more seeds. This is my garden cat. He's always in the garden with me. This is Inky. Sorry, as I was saying, so succession planting is planting things in succession, planting them one after the other. Generally, most of the time when we succession plant, it's for things that are shorter growing, like radishes, your root vegetables, and your leafy greens, stuff like that. If you have a longer climate, you could potentially do that with, say, like tomatoes and peppers. But here, it's mostly just those shorter growing things. So I'll show you in this bed here. I've planted my tomatoes, and then I have a whole bunch of carrots here coming up. They're looking really good. That was my first round. And then if we go down over here, I have a second round that I planted and they're just starting to come up. I really like to do succession planting for little things like that because then when you go to harvest them, you have a window between each harvest. Out in my front where I have all my rows and stuff like that, I will do it all at once because those I'm bringing in to preserve. I want a whole bunch ready at the same time so that I can bring them in order to do some canning and such like that. But for this raised garden bed, I mostly just have it for snacking and making meals. So I like to have little groups going in succession. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and plant some more carrots in another open area. Another term you'll hear in gardening is intercropping, which is very similar to companion planting, square foot gardening, all those kind of things. It's basically intercropping, planting a whole bunch of things all together in one little area. So I kind of like to do my succession planting as intercropping as well. So here in this bed I have peppers and tomatoes and all this open space is not being utilized. So as long as you have a nice good quality soil that can handle all your plants or you fertilize, you can basically cover this all up with food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plant some more carrots here. So they will be about 2-3 weeks after my last batch and we'll be able to have a succession harvest. That's kind of what I do with my succession planting is I'll just walk along and see where I have space and go ahead and plant stuff there. I've got Swiss chard coming up there. Here I have some okra and oh, look at all that empty space. Let's plant some seeds here. What I've actually done is I've gone through all my seeds and I've picked out things that I can succession sow. And those type of things are, something like beans. These only take 50-55 days. So I'm going to succession sow those. Some cucumbers that have a shorter growing days or any of your leafy greens. And the other thing that's really good with the intercropping succession planting is that these plants are getting big and they're going to actually provide shade for some of the things I succession plant. So it's like a win-win. So when it comes to doing my succession planting, which is also like intercropping, and companion planting all in one, I usually just go with the type of style, the way the plant grows. So because I have some taller okra and tomatoes here, I'm going to put in probably some root veg. So I think I have some more beets. Yeah, let's plant a few more beets. Can also do some weeding at the same time. Out front, I usually do nice rows, but in my raised beds, I like to kind of grow things in cool little patterns. So I'll just kind of put seeds in wherever the empty space is. It's my freestyle gardening. All right, let's see what else we can go plant. Up here we have our peppers and there's nothing in between. So I'm going to do a succession planting of some of my lettuces because in the summertime, lettuces bolt very quickly. So if you can keep replanting them, they're going to get some shade here amongst the peppers. I should be able to get another harvest of lettuce. And we really like romaine lettuce, so today I'm going to be planting just a sweet baby romaine. And this is called a green gem. And then also a red romaine. Sometimes I plant my lettuce really close together for cut and come again, but for these ones I'm going to plant them a little farther apart so that I can get some nice romaine heads. That's a little bit about succession planting and how I do it. Honestly, I just like planting seeds. I joke with my husband, it's kind of an addiction, but it's not a bad addiction to have. It's a really good way to keep your harvest going, as well as filling in any empty spaces that you may have in your garden. Not everything works for succession planting all summer long, like your cool loving crops. So that's actually what I like to plant is for my fall garden. As I plan my fall garden, I'm gonna bring you guys along so you can see the process, so you can start a fall garden as well. And if you're curious about my take on companion planting, check out this video all about how I like to look at companion planting. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.